Are you having a challenging time talking about AI strategy and implementation at work these days? Guess what? You're not alone. One of the biggest reasons is that we're having discussions at three levels all at the same time. That top level is the business conversation. So, what are the financial implications and impact that every decision have, big or small, on the organization? Then there's the system level, right? That's that integration. How does everything come together and actually help us deliver a product or service? And then finally, there's the process level. That's where all the individual business functions and business units, right, have their unique way of doing business. And so when we get a mixed group of people together, it's very easy to be jumping around from level to level and never really creating the alignment that we hope for. I've actually been helping organizations develop an innovation strategy for the last 4 years. And what I've learned is using some design thinking methodologies helps us to organize the conversations so that we're talking at the right, having the right focus at the right time, starting with the business conversation. There should be that key business strategy or an element of that strategy that you want to have an impact on. And then you take the assessment process really drives that down to the systems. And where along there are the best opportunities to make a difference? And then pinpointing a handful of different places where that might happen. Now, some of the bigger consulting companies want to stay at that higher level and sell a larger implementation. What I like to do is find a small success story that we can begin with, and then you create that success that comes out of it. And then you already have 3 or 4 more projects lined up, and that you can continue to run the same process. What I like about that is you learn from the lessons learned of each, but your team is building confidence and competencies in using AI tools to actually help them solve this process. And with these tools, it's happening much faster than it ever has before. So, opportunity. Number one, if you are in a conversation and you notice this going back and forth, try to take a facilitative leadership approach and help guide those conversations to focus on one at a time. One of the tools that I love to have is a parking lot. Putting down an idea that somebody has that's kind of off topic and putting it up there in a parking lot off to the side says, hey, I value your opinion. I heard you, and this is not the right time to talk about this. We'll make sure to come back there and get that later. And of course, you better do that too. And that way, everyone knows that we're going to get through all of the conversations to create the best solution that we can. Other questions popping up for you? I'm glad to help out. So, somewhere, drop me a comment and share your thoughts.